Hey, I'm Kev. Let's go. Welcome back to MotoGP 19 as we're heading to Spain for the second time this season. The Gran Premio Monster Energy de Catalunya. So at the top it was Della Porta ahead of Canet and Mazia. Upsetting the home crowd with Antonelli, Suzuki, Binder doing well ahead of Ramirez, Tuba, Vietti, Rodrigo, Mino. There's Stone in the top 14 ahead of Fernandez and Kornfeld. Fogarinas, Lopez, Fenati just looking on from the outside in. Sasaki in 20th, Bumeos in 24th, McPhee down in 29th. Down to the wee McPhee has in the combined practice session since. So the top 14 for qualifying 2. So it's there, Portantene, Canet, Mazia, Barcelona out of nowhere. Rodrigo, Mino, Suzuki, Vietti, Binder, Ramirez, Tuba, McPhee, and Foggia. So just missing out is Arenas, Stone, by less than half a tenth of a second. Kornfeld and Fernandez. As looking further down, Saki in 23rd, Saki in last. There's 1.4 seconds separates the field. It is close here. So here goes Stone then for the first of 2 possible qualifying efforts. He tries to make it through the qualifying 2 for the first time in a couple of rounds. Breaking a bit early into the first corner, maybe Spoot, but the rider in front. And in through this glorious right-hander, almost flat out on the Moto3 bike. You can really power through that corner. Stone trying to go down the inside the green power bike. I believe that's a green power bike. Saw the camber. Helps you get into that corner, but if you're slightly out on the brake, it will push you away from that apex. There's uphill through the left and right. Now this seems to be the sector where Stone is good. This third sector uphill through camp, so onto the back straight. And then one of the stupidest corners on the calendar. This tight right, or tight left should I say. There's no way for braking for it without using massive amounts of rear brake, I find. Like, you thought that was impossible on 4 wheels, just try it on 2. It is, as Rossi says, like a parking lot as easy as it was. That corner, as good as that. But at least we've got this glorious double right to end the lap. And the reason why we have that tight left rather than the fast flowing left or faster flowing left, the 55.2, that's better. It's because of that stupid chicane at the end of that. Like, they don't have the runoff area to move into it. So actually all the problems solved for Catalunya probably would be solved if everyone never raced around here again. So never know, that could change in the future. Get rid of that chicane. Can move back the runoff area there. And the glorious turn 10. Then we have the glorious Catalunya back for the bikes. That would be very lovely. Well, at least you have it as well. In here. MotoGP 19. For Pleasure has... Yep, that is going to be his one effort. As in the end, it's Arenas ahead of Fernandez, Kornfeld, and Figura just ahead of Yurchenko by 1,000th of a second. Sasaki Alonso, Lopez, Fenati, Sasaki, Salak, Perez, Buffet, Garcia, Stone on the back row alongside Rossi and Onshu. What have you done, Stone? So let's look at the tyres then. Has there lots of hards out there? Look at that, McPhee in the top 5. Let's just go further down. Hard medium from Arbolono. Wrong way round. Medium from Arenas. That's the softest we've seen so far. In hard meat, lots of hard tyres all over the place. Booth Amos with mediums, Garcias with hards. Of course, Stone has got soft medium. We need it for the pace. So here is Stone revving up at the start then. Gets a decent getaway. Launches past someone who got very poor start on the inside. Riders all over the place, going 4 or 5 rides towards the first corner. Can Stone pick a way through? Just about as well. Riders down in front. Oh, below, no. Saw Stone almost gets into the back of someone as well. Down the inside into the points. Ahead of Kornfeld. He's got Booth Amos as well behind. And right ahead of Kornfeld. Wants a bit of a battle, the Czech rider. Stone trying to go around the outside of someone here. Not quite working out, but he's into the points again on the opening lap. You see Arenas and Agora battling in front. Booth Amos and Fanati behind. So back up to 11 laps, I just noticed as well. Right over down the inside here. Fernandez, what you doing? Touch robust, but through is Stone. It's Fanati up ahead of Kornfeld. Ramirez ahead of Binder in 9th. Fanati into the points now. Ahead of one of many of the home riders here. It's now Lopez ahead of Kornfeld. Masaki ahead of Fernandez. He really has dropped down on shoe up to 22nd, having another decent start from the back. As whoa, Stone all over the curbing. Again, do not touch any curbs. Stone up to 14th, then ahead of Fanati and Lopez, but it's Connect leading the way ahead of Teleporter, Mazia, Mino, Antonelli, McPhee, Suzuki, Vietti, Binder and Ramirez rounds out the top 10. Massive braking for that first corner. Here's a deceleration as Sasaki up ahead of Booth Amos. Good job from the Japanese rider. Well, he chased one of his fellow countrymen. 1.3 seconds up the road as Mino into the podium place here, the Mazia. Rossi ahead of Yachenko. So we're really chucking the bike at the corner of Stone. Needs to. This is one of his good sectors, some of that third sector. Like middle part of the lap, he's decent. Just the first sector, really. These are the couple of tenths always. And then the final sector is where he really does the nail there. Otherwise, he does these couple of tenths there as well. Not attacking camps so hard enough. Definitely not. Let's have to go wide. It is impossible to brake for that corner, really. It's all downhill through that. That is such a fearsome corner. So once again, engine braking is our final corner. Don't need that. Just need to be gently on the brakes, gently on the throttle. As he's overrun the corner, and he's 2.5 seconds slower, is Stone at moment 1.8 back now. He's lost half a second. And he should be level on pace according to practice. The riders in front, especially on softer compound tyres too. 2.2 back. So Onshu back down to 27th. Subaru in 26th now. Having a poor race. Normally he's batting for the points. As well, hit the inside curb again. What is it with these curbs? Absolutely vicious to a Moto3 bike. Seems like. It's wild again. He's lost half a second in a sector. He normally gains a couple of tenths. That's how poor Stone is riding at the moment. It's all over the curbing again. Seriously, we cannot touch curbs in 19. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing. There's Masaki battling with Fernandez behind. Oh, not Masaki down on the third lap. There goes his points chances. Let's get into gear, Stone. You see the riders in front all getting away. It's hard on the power out the final corner. There's still Canet ahead of Della Porta. Now Mina up to third, Edemazia. Antonelli down the fifth. 55. These are abysmal lap times. My God. Needs to be in the 54s, 53s, not 55s. It's not riding a push-up bike, mate. Come on. Get your head into gear, Stone. There's Suzuki ahead of McPhee now. Rodrigo down in 25th. Obviously caught up with Arbolino, probably. Not opening that. And there is the Italian. Speak of the devil, up to 28th ahead of Yachenko. Stone just can't get a bike into the corners. Shouldn't have pitched fifth. Oh, it's alright over that curb. There goes a bit better. Much better in that sector. Finally got his head into gear in that sector. That's better out of there, nice and smooth. Whoa, clips the curb on the outside. .53.5, fastest lap. Once it could be a 54 from Stone. No, 55 flat is better though. Still needs to be in 54s. So there goes a bit better for that first sector. Yeah, it's gone for the gearing from Le Mans. Maybe it's just too short round there. That's what we're feeling. Fernandez up ahead of Cornfield. Just once again the bike just not wants to get into that left-hander. It's like it sees the apex, it's just like, nah, I don't really fancy that. So once again, what is it with that curb? It's two up to 22nd ahead of Fanati. Where's Fanati gone? He was fighting for a point just a lap ago. That's better. You got Garcia ahead of Sasaki for 17th. And a 54. Come on, get a 54. As you get into the second of the race. This is normally when he's better as well, strangely. In the second half of races, Stone. So maybe this will happen. Yeah, gearing's definitely too short, I think. Definitely made a mistake there. As Fernandez had a corner forward. Too bad Fanati. Where's the bike going? God, in the marbles. Shopping for a disaster there. Again, where are you going in the left? Hit the apex. .2 back. Of riders he should be on the pace with according to the practice. Like, this is not good from Stone. Now he's gonna cling on just for 2 points. It's like it's Magello all over again. He's lost like 2 seconds in a lap at that point. He was 4.4 the previous that, now it's 6.4. It shows you how poor he's been this lap. I hope he can just ride well in the second half of the race. That's all we want. He should naturally be able to pull away from the riders behind and find his own no man's land, maybe. Now, this is going to be a 56, isn't it? That's not Moto3 standard at all. Now, he's got 5 laps to go. So we go nicely into that apex. What did I tell you about the curb, Stone? There's 2 ahead of Fanati. Seriously, what did I say about the curbs? There's Arbolona ahead of Fanati now. Fanati really dropping as this race goes on. Come on, turn. .4 back. Just got to see ahead of Cornfeld for 16th. Got some good battling happening behind. As he gets a 2/10 penalty. Stone, what the hell? That probably cost him more than that though, because he had to slow down rejoining the circuit. Otherwise the bike will be all over the place. As he's lost another second. The rider's in front. Oh, the rear's not liking this. Oh, there's that penultimate corner. So we've got 4 laps to go. 55.2. At least he's back to normal abysmal place rather than catastrophic. It's 8 seconds back now. The Guru. One of those pronunciations was right, probably. Oh my god, where's the bike going? Bike, come back. Definitely have to back it up in some of these corners now, braking wise. Oh my god, again, where's it going? Doesn't feel like we've lost grip either. It's just the bike's abysmal and braking so far, is that? Again, he is pushing Stone.
Going to make up for that time penalty and just his poor riding so far this race. Just 7/10 ahead of Fernandez. Surprised that isn't a time penalty. Quite clearly cut it. See, that's why it should be normally just a gentle lift into that corner. Much better last couple of corners after that, but again into the 56. He's not going to get any team offers riding like this, Stone. I can tell him that. Might be lucky to stay with his current team. I know he is outpacing Suzuki. Well, not outpacing, but ahead of Suzuki, shall we say. Behind McPhee again, though. Balance of the team, maybe shifting once again to the Scot. Like Stone was taking it away, but... and it'd be the case. It's once again hitting a curb. Just really disturbs the bike now, touching these curves. Like it actually emphasises, just stay on the black stuff. Anything else is, it's not going to end well for you. So it feels a bit like some iRacing in that sense, where you just, if you go off track, you get penalised sometimes. In certain points of a track, so it feels like that, but actually consistent around the whole of the track, having the curves act to this way. Just now we've got Kornfeld behind, so he's not even attempting to ride 100% here. No, he's just trying to ride at 90%, but nowhere near to it. Well, that's the one curb we can get away with, going a bit wide there. Let's head on to the penultimate lap of the race. Another 56 they had to the mantelpiece. Has Suzuki battling for a point. They've got fell behind. Don't nut back. Stone, do not nut back. Nicely on the power and balance it through the right. There you go, nicely accelerated in the middle of the corner. Rossi ahead of Fernandez, making a comeback, the Spaniards. There was earlier coup d'etat with Stone taking his 14th place. He wants to do one back to Yandoan. That's the closer we've got to the apex all race long. Only took 10 laps to do it. How is it that corner is the most consistent so far this race? Like just able to brake nicely on the dime and just ease the bike towards the apex and that bottom hill left-hander. As we go into everyone's favourite corner. You see why riders hate it as well. You have to hold so much brake into that corner that it leads to mistakes. Sometimes if someone tries to make a move, we saw that quite a lot at the weekend. Like turn 10 was quite a hold of some fools there, including into the 55s again, Stone. You spoil us sometimes. Good in the big one as well. Surprised I haven't seen that this race so far. I'm going to see it on this final lap. There's Garcia ahead of Kornfeld. He wants a point on home turf. Suzuki wants a point as well to join his teammates in the points party. And there he is, he's in it. Ahead of Garcia, who famous ahead of 2, but too little too late for the Japanese rider. That's why I see ahead of Fernandez. Having a heck of a battle behind. Oh, hello, there's the Apex. Nice to meet you. Haven't seen you this whole race. As well, we talked about how good he was into that corner. That's the cost of hitting that Apex. You have to mess up the next one. One Apex for another. It's Fenati and Arbolino, who hasn't really recovered this race, has he, since that first corner incident. That's got a heck of a battle going up at the front. So about to cross the line as well. There we go, Kennett winning on home turf for Max Racing. I was about to say Max Power, but not quite. Definitely did have that today though. As here goes Stone towards the line. Felt like fingernails on a chalkboard this race, but he crossed the line in 14th. So let's watch this start then. So what happened to Arbolino as he go into the braking zone? There is the 14 on the inside. McPhee just in front. Alongside Rodrigo. As he goes through the corner. Clips a lot of curb. And gets clipped by Rodrigo. Silly. So we are seeing what happened to Masaki then. So through the side left-hander. On the exit. Gets into a rider, and down the inside into the next left. Makes the move stick. Then uphill through the right. He's trying to make some more moves. Trying to go down the inside ahead of Sasaki and gets clipped from behind by Alonso Lopez. As it was Mino in second, finally gets his champagne ahead of Della Porta, Mazia and Antonelli. And Suzuki rounded out a very tight top 6. Then McPhee leading the second group ahead of Vietti. Binder, Ramirez rounds out the top 10 on home turf ahead of Foggia. Both VR46 bikes in the points. Arenas, Agura. Once again, take your pronunciation. Stone in 14th, just a massive 15 seconds back. Incredibly disappointing race, but it didn't even break the 55s. Well, as I said, needed to be in the 54s at least. Then we've got Kornfeld and Sasaki just missing out on the point. He knew he's level with the veteran Czech rider across the line. Get the stewards looking at that team. I swear Sasaki had the point. But let's look at the train then. So going from the last point down to 14th down to 28th. And it's like, no, down to 26th. Then a bit of a gap to Yachenko with Masaki in last. So in the Riders' Championship, Connect leads by 18 points ahead of Della Porta. And Antonelli, Masia and Mino. With Suzuki in a bit of no man's land in 6th ahead of Ramirez. But free out a couple places to 8th. The two, Binder into the top 10 as well, ahead of Rodrigo. Stone up to 12th. Just 5 points off a top 10. And now 2 points ahead of Booth Amos. That's gone further down. Fogger up to 15th. Vietti up to 17th as well. Arenas up to 20th. Salak up to 26th. Oh, he's sniffing. He wants that point. It's just not coming at the moment. With Leopard leading an incredibly tight top 3. Ahead of Simoncelli and Dubai Capital. Then we've got Max Racing in 4th ahead El Patronus. 6 points ahead of Green Power. Honda Team Major up to 7th ahead of Snikers. VR46 up to 9th ahead of Grassini. Stray Glitzer down in 11th. It's so unusual to see them down there. Like, I'm probably going to be saying that every race, aren't I? As he failed in qualifying, but he nailed it in the race-ish. Pace was incredibly disappointing, but he got a couple of points and he got all of the progress as well. So maximum development. Let's see what he can do then. Can he develop the frame? No, needs 60, needs 90 for engine. So needs 150 in total, remember that. As Rins, that's the spirit. Wins on home turf ahead of his rivals. Ed Rossi couldn't quite pull off that knockout blow. By Moto 2, and once again, it was the Spaniard sweep with Marquez winning that. And of course, connecting Moto 3. As he says about Stone, not really, I'll say Kev's coming on just fine without any help from me. Maybe not, looking at his recent performances, as next time it is one of the favourite circuits on the calendar, the classic, the Cathedral, the TT Circuit Assen in the Netherlands. Can Stone return to the top 10 after a few races away? It's been a bit of a tough run these last few races. So sound for watching, we'll find out next time.